Welcome to another edition of Take 5. We are in John chapter 18, verse 1. Before I get into the text, I would ask you, have you ever been betrayed? Well, we're about to see the betrayal of Jesus by one of his disciples. Let's look at it. John chapter 18, verse 1. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went out with his disciples across the Kidron Valley, where there was a garden, which he and his disciples entered. Now Judas, who betrayed him, also knew the place, for Jesus often met there with his disciples. I just want to show you that a betrayal can happen in a very familiar place. Betrayal, even the definition of the word, means that somebody knows you and you know them and you've trusted them, you've placed trust in one another, they're familiar with you. In order to betray you, they have to know you. And don't think for 1 minute that any place is a safe place from betrayal. Your family is not necessarily safe from betrayal. You could be betrayed by one of your family. Your church is not safe from betrayal. Your friends, you're not safe from betrayal. No place, no group is exempt. Verse 3, so Judas, having procured a band of soldiers and some officers from the chief priests and the Pharisees, went there with lanterns and torches and weapons. So Judas goes and gets help. And usually those who are going to betray you will get help in doing that. They won't act alone. Verse 4, then Jesus, knowing all that would happen to him, came forward and said to them, whom do you seek? They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said to them, I am he. Judas, who betrayed him, was standing with them. Now, a lot of times what those who betray you will do is they'll let other people do their dirty work. And Judas didn't come out and actually go after Jesus himself, but he pointed him out and he let the other ones go after him. But Judas was behind it all. And watch out for that too. If it looks like some other people are against you, it could be that somebody in your inner circle has been whispering in their ears and telling them things, and you're being betrayed. Okay, yeah, exactly. I know this from personal experience. Verse 6, when Jesus said to them, I am he, they drew back and fell to the ground. Even with this group of his enemies, they were afraid of Jesus. Jesus was powerful. He was God. Verse 7, so he asked them again, whom do you seek? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus answered, I told you that I am he, so if you seek me, let these men go. This was to fulfill the word that he had spoken, of those whom you gave me, I have lost not one. So, when Jesus prayed back in John 17, he said he hadn't lost any of the ones God had given him, and that was true, and he was trying to make sure this was the case here. He's saying, look, I'm the one you got, let all these other guys go. He cares for us. He will take he will take the punishment. He will take the cross and let us go free. What a Savior. Verse 10, then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Alright, now, you get Simon, who's overzealous, but I want to tell you something. At least Simon was willing to fight. Now, this wasn't the appropriate time or way to fight, but he was willing to fight. I am sick and tired, mostly sick, of wimpy Christians who won't fight for the truth, who won't fight for their Savior, who won't fight for their God. At least Simon was willing to fight. But Jesus says, in verse 11, Jesus said to Peter, put your sword into its sheath. Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me? In other words, Peter, I know you meant well, but this is time. This is what my purpose for being here was. This is what I got to do. Verse 12, so the band of soldiers and their captain and the officers of the Jews arrested Jesus and bound him. You know, Judas was a disciple, and Judas got all these others together to come and arrest Jesus. Don't think just because somebody looks like a disciple and they look like they're close to Jesus and they act like a disciple and they call themselves a disciple that they're really on the same team. They may not be. And they very well could mean you harm. So watch out for them. This was in Jesus' future. It was prophesied. He was destined for it. But we can learn from it. Alright? But when it does happen, sometimes you can't avoid it. When it does happen, have the attitude of Jesus here. Jesus didn't retaliate. Oh, he could have, as the song says, called 10,000 angels to destroy everybody, including Judas. No, he let God deal with that. And we will read later, if we haven't already, what happened to Judas. Okay, we'll definitely read it later. Went way over today. Thank you for staying with me. I know I haven't been getting these up on here every day. It's very tough working 2 jobs, but I'm glad for those of you who have watched. Alright, I love you, and come back for the next time on the next edition of Take 5.